Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning.
Waalaikumsalam. Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Okay, so today we are going to first discuss on last week exercise. As I told you, so this is taken from previous semester final exam. So the format is going to be mostly the same for every semester. So make sure you really understand function because in this semester from 3 question, 2 will be asked mostly about function. Beritahu Alright. This is supposed to be straightforward. Not very difficult because the case study is very short. Only this case study compared to the one that you will be having this semester. One of the case study is 2 to 3 pages. So make sure you really understand this. And also this question, the code's already given to you. So very straightforward. Code's already given to you. So what you need to do is copy and paste this code. And then solve some of the error. Of course, there's error kan, because there's some error in this code purposely so that you can detect it. Okay, so let's look at let's discuss this first because most of you I could see that you couldn't answer this correctly. Okay, so what you need to come out is A is the main function so this is main main, not the user defined function, main function. And if you can see over here, there's a statement mentioned that main function that will be executed by the compiler. This means that if we have 4 function, so which function will be read first by the compiler? Once you run your program, the compiler for sure will search for the main function. So it will search for the main function first. So from main function, we have the function call so that will link the main function with the rest of the function. So first is the main function, and then the rest of the function. Okay, and then the second function that you need to come out is to calculate discount for those who have member card. For those who have member card. So from this codes over here, supposedly, okay, if you guys come up with a function that only taking this part of the statement, okay, so you won't be getting full marks for this function but maybe 80% okay, from this function only, okay, from calculate function, because the question mentioned that you need to calculate discount for those who have member card. So supposedly the function must cover the decision as well, okay, because it is involving the member card. But for those who do this only for the function, still okay okay, compared to those who didn't do anything okay still correct, but not full marks Okay, so supposedly you must take all this and put it in your function definition for calculate discount. Understand, guys?
Dia termasuk total charge sekali ke?
Okay, alright. Sorry, it's up to here supposedly kan, but you cannot do that kan because the body of the function is from here until here. So you will have to take everything. And then total charge is going to be in another function. So it's going to be like main call function calculate discount, function calculate discount, call function total charge. Understand?
Okay, sir.
Okay, third function, okay, calculate total price for the customer. This one is like our friend just mentioned lah. This one kan, the total charge so this is one statement. Okay, take this and put it in one function kan. Alright, and then fourth function is to display all user information and details purchase ticket. Okay, for this one, since we are not yet discuss on the chapter array kan, chapter is the next chapter. So what is array kan? Array, basic of array is the string kan. So we already discussed it kan. Basic of array is string. How we want to detect array? Okay, variable name and then there's a size next to it. So this is array. Okay, variable name, size. So this is array. Array of string because char kan. Char is a string lah. Okay, if we have size next to the variable name, meaning that it is a string. So this is not a array because no size. Okay, since we are not yet covered array part, so what you need to do is you may exclude okay, you may exclude printf name and printf customer ID from your fourth function. But some of you get it right, so very good. Okay, since we are not yet covered this, so you may exclude the user information because user information is this one customer name and customer ID. So you may exclude this from your function. Otherwise, you need to pass parameter using array. So that one is totally different from the one that we already covered in parameter by reference and parameter by value so far. So we are not yet covered this. So you may exclude these two from your function. And in the function, supposedly the one that you must put compulsory is this one. Okay, this information. This information is compulsory. This statement over here. Okay, take this and put it in your print function. This is not compulsory since we are not covered, but those who already done it, well done. Okay, very good job by finding the information by yourself. Okay, okay, so let's look at the coding. Alright, so this is the original one, copy and paste, but you need to change a little bit. For example, the indent, the indent, you need to, if you copy and paste directly, so this one don't have any indent, so all the statement is straight to the left, so you need to properly put the indent so that when you want to adjust, okay, you want to modify this program, it will be easier for you. And then what you need to do is basic scanf. If it is involving percent %c, you need to put a space kan. You put a space %c. Okay, next apa ya? Next is over here should have written 0 kan, since it is int main. And also if you notice there's a variable down here named category kan. So what's the value of category? Where do we get this value? Category. Is there any category that need to input by user? Scanf
No.
category ada? No kan? So clearly this one is a mistake. So you need to change it to what category?
Type.
Category is actually type. But then if you move this, okay, later on we are going to move this statement kan. This statement we will move it to the function print kan. Then you can maintain using category because it is in different function. I will show you later on But for now, let's use the same name as the one input by user kan. User input type kan over here. User input type. So we have the value of type lah, not category Okay, make sure it is free from error, then you may proceed Okay. Okay Okay, so first function is about discount calculation. Okay, so let's say you take the minimum requirement kan. You take just only this statement over here. Okay, so we just take this statement and put it in our function kan. So first step how to create user defined function is to identify the statement that you want to move to the function definition. Okay, cut the statement and replace the original location with what class? Replace with function
Call.
Okay, function call So calculate discount. Okay, so let's just put it like this first since we are not sure whether it is void or non-void or with parameter or without parameter. Okay, next move to the end of the main body. Okay, so some of you still make this very basic mistake where you put the function definition inside of main body. You put it over here after return, before the closing of main body, you put the function name void calculate discount, which is very wrong this is inside of main, no, right? So function definition should be outside of main body over here. Okay, it is totally different, different function it is not related with the main if you didn't link it with the function call, so it will not be used at all by the compiler. Okay, so it is different country main different country, this one is different country kan. Okay, and then we have return. Okay, so second step first step we identify the statement that we want to move to the function definition. Next is creating the function definition. So every time we want to create a function, the first step is function definition the first step to create function definition is assume that all function is void first so we just assume it is a void. Later on we are going to change it. Okay, assume it as a void. Okay, next step is what? Okay, salah kan? Is the
Formula.
formula ni kan tadi kan. Supposedly after cut, straight away you paste otherwise if you copy other thing then it will be gone lah. Okay, so replace the statement, paste the statement. Okay, next step is to
Determine parameter.
identify. Before parameter. Parameter is the next step. First is to identify whether it is void or non-void. So is it remain as a void or we need to change it to non-void?
Remain.
Change.
Kan, for that we need to look at what? How can we determine whether it is void or non-void? By looking at what, class? Let me ask somebody. Don't laugh. So yesterday when I said I want to ask, some of the students left the Google Meet. Don't worry, if you're wrong, it's okay. It is not exam. It's okay to be wrong. So let me ask one Hamzah. One Hamzah. One Hamzah. Hello. Mana Wan Hamzah ni? Wan Hamzah. Wan Hamzah. Sambung tidur. On lepas tu tidur. Khairul Fitri. Okay, Khairul Fitri. Okay, so what's the step to identify whether it is a void or non-void? You must look at what? Look at the
apa ni? Parameter.
belum not parameter, void or non-void. Okay, how can we determine the function is going to be void or non-void? By looking at the function call. Function call ni. Khairul. By looking at line 29 ni, this is a function call. Okay, by looking at this function call and then look at what? Statement above or below the function call? Which one? Above or below?
Below.
Salah. Above or below? Below betul lah, below. Okay, look at the statement below. Okay, below the function call. And what we are going to look below? Look at what? What value? Okay, below over here. Okay, so look below. Below is not one statement. All the statement below. So if you have 1000 statement, you have to look everything. Look at everything until before return ni kan. Okay, look everything and look for what, Carol? Look for
A decision.
the decision. Look for value. What value? Value generated by calculate discount is what? What value generated by calculate discount? Carol. In function calculate discount, what value generated by this function? Value of
Total.
salah, wrong Total is used to generate discount. You see over here discount lah. So calculate discount, generate discount lah. Okay, you see from this equation. Okay, other than equation, a value also can be generated by inputs kan. For example, scanf discount over here. So discount is generated by the scanf. Okay, so this value of discount is generated by calculate discount, and you see from this point and below, is there discount okay needed by any statement below? Ada kan? There is 1, 2 discount ni, discount. So discount is needed. So discount value is needed, but the discount value is not presented in main. Okay, so it is presented only in calculate discount function. So you need to transfer this value of discount from calculate discount, transfer this value to main. So how you want to transfer it? By putting it in what? Carol. Tak boleh gini tanya ni. Carol, by putting it in, how you want to transfer the value?
Tak, situ lah.
Letak mana?
Kat bawah.
Bawah.
Kat dalam. Yang kat dalam.
Dalam bracket?
Bukan.
Or inside a bracket or inside a return?
Return.
Choose. Return. Return. Don't get confused don't get confused class. So how to put whether inside of bracket or inside of return kan? So how you want to identify to put where kan? So first identify the statement, the function call kan? Function call is over here. So the value is needed below. So if the value is needed below, then you put it in return. Value needed below, you put inside of return. So return discount. Okay, so discount is used first time over here. So we must declare discount. So follow the original declaration. So originally it is a float. So over here it should be float as well. Okay, float discount kan. Okay. So returning a discount variable to main. So this one remain as a void or should be changed to non-void. Let me ask somebody else Peluk-peluk lah Khairul Fitri. No Zafira.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Void or non-void?
Non-void.
Non-void apa? What non-void? What type of non-void?
Integer.
Why integer?
Because dekat atas tu ada integer.
Atas mana? Line number?
Hmm.
Line. Line number? Mana? INT?
Dekat float tu. Float.
Float?
Float.
Line number? Float.
Float. Number 6.
Number 6. Ni. So is it INT or float?
Float.
Float okay. Okay, you don't have to look at far away to identify whether it is void or non-void. Just look at the return. If you return a float, discount kan float. Discount is a float. Discount is a float variable. So if you return a float variable, automatically this function over here will become float. That's how we determine the types of function. Okay, so if let's say this is char, let's say example, so it will become char lah. So if this is integer, so return integer, so this one will become integer. Okay, don't get confused. So let's say we have this float n. Okay, this one is float. And this one is float. That's why this one is become float. So let's say we have another variable over here, total, which is integer. Let's say example. And this one return total. So what will this become? Is it remain as a float or int?
INT.
Correct. Int so it depends on the value that you return. What types of variable that you return okay, last question ni. Siapa ni tadi?
Zafira.
Zafira kan? Can I return total, float? Total float pula. Total. Can I do like this? Return two value at one time. Is it possible?
No.
Cannot. Okay. Return can only be done to one variable only. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, correct. Okay, so now we have a float. Okay, we changed from void to float already. Okay, not yet finished. So the next step is, you pass this. Okay, you return, meaning that you are passing this back to the function call. Okay, you passing discount to function call, which is over here. So pass need to be received. When you pass from here, okay, there should be somebody that must receive the value that you pass. Somewhere over here. So how can we receive this value that is passed by the function calculate discount? So how can we receive? Nick Nur Fakira?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how can we receive the
Uh,
discount value?
discount equal count discount.
Okay, good. Discount equal to calculate discount. Okay. So this is also differentiate between function call of void function and non-void function. If non-void function, the function call will have something like this. Okay, variable equal to. For void function, the function call is will be looking like this. Okay, without the equal. That's the difference between void and non-void function call. Okay, next step. Next step is to determine whether it is a parameter or without parameter. Muhammad Muklis.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how you want to determine whether it is with parameter or without parameter?
Guna with.
Apa dia? Sorry?
With.
Which parameter? Okay, which parameter? How you decide it is a with parameter? By looking at what?
Tengok function call kat atas.
Okay, function call. Statement above function call. Okay, correct. Okay, statement above function call. Looking for what? What do we look at from the statement above? Yeah?
Tengok ada required data tak?
Required data for what?
Function definition.
Okay. Okay, look at function definition. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Look at the function definition. Is there any value that is required inside of the function definition that is generated above the function call? Above the function call kan? So over here we need the value of total kan to calculate discount. So total is not presented in function calculate discount. So we need value total from the above function call. Okay, above the function call, there is a value of total. Okay, so we need to transfer this value total to this function. So how do we transfer this value to function? Muhammad Khairul. Khairul, apa ni? Khairul?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, how we want to transfer total to calculate discount function?
Using parameter.
Okay, from above, we want to transfer to a function. We didn't use return kan? We use parameter. Okay, from function, we want to transfer to below statement. We use return. Okay, from above, we want to transfer to function. We use parameter. I repeat this many times. Use parameter. Okay. From this function, we want to transfer value to statement below. We use return. Return over here lah. Return to below statement kan. Statement below ni. We use return. From above, we want to transfer to function. We use parameter. Okay. Okay, good. So same flow as return tadi kan. The earlier return value, when we return this, so there must be an entity to receive, which is discount kan. Discount we receive. So same goes to here. We pass the parameter. So who will receive this parameter? Muhammad Aziz.
Function total charge.
Okay, function total charge. Apa lagi total charge? We pass this parameter to function calculate discount. Calculate discount lah you should receive. Boleh?
Boleh.
We pass this to function calculate discount. That's why we put it in the bracket of calculate discount, not calculate total charge kan. So this one will be received by this function total. Okay. This is the first time used in this function, used inside of a bracket as a parameter. So first time use, you need to declare lah. Declare types of variable ni. Okay, so this is originally it is a float. So declare it as a float over here. That's why we didn't declare it inside of the body, because it is first been used as a parameter. So you need to declare it over here. Okay. So next step is to do the function prototype. Okay, function prototype. Just copy and paste. Okay, copy this and paste it over here. Okay, and remove the parameter name. Just leave the types only. Okay, and then supposedly when you build and run the program, it will still remain the same. User will not be able to see the difference, okay, from the output. Input output is nearly the same as before. So apply this to all the statement that require discount calculation. Okay, so paste this over here. Okay, paste it over here. Paste it over here. Can repeat it then. You understand this, class? Okay, that's if you do the minimal requirement kan, just only taking this. So what if you want to take all this statement over here? Okay, let's me undo this one. Undo. Undo. Okay. So let's cut this. Okay. This one cut and place it with calculate discount. The whole thing. Okay. So over here, let's redo. Calculate this count and paste. Return. Okay. Okay, so next step, determine whether it is void or non-void. Okay, same goes as previous example, guys. So this one should return what?
Discount.
Return discount. Okay, we are focusing on discount first, class. Okay, this one is focusing on return discount. Okay, so discount is float kan. Okay, return float. Now it become float. Okay, so return value of discount. So it must be received by function call. Okay, function call. This function call must receive. Okay, same discount. Okay, and then parameter. So what is needed? So what is needed inside of this function? What value from main is needed from for this function?
Total.
Total kan. We have additional kan. First we have discount. Okay, discount is needed. Still needed. Sorry, not discount. Total is needed. Total is needed. Okay, as previous example. Okay, total is needed. Others?
Member
Is there
card.
any other thing?
Member card.
Member card. Now we add more than one variable kan. Over here. Originally it is only here. It is only this statement. But now we have the whole decision. So the whole decision required member card from above statement. From above the function call statement. So this is the function call. So from above we need member card. Okay, this value over here. You can put anywhere, okay? Before or after total. It's up to you, Member card. Okay, and then total. What else, guys? What else do we need? Total charge. Do we need total charge value? Total charge need. Do we need total charge?
Tak.
No need, unless if the equation is total charge equal to total charge plus something minus something, then you need to pass the total charge value. Okay, so no, since it is no, so it remains just only these two. Okay, so passing parameter, okay, same as before. So this must receive. Okay, receive these two. Okay, receive. And always declare the parameter inside of the bracket. So member card is char. Total is float. Right. So last step is to copy and paste before main. Some of you still do it inside of main. Before main, the function prototype. And remove the parameter name. Just leave the types only. Okay. All right. Then if we have, okay. This supposed to be this one. This one supposed to be in this one I copy two curly bracket kan. Supposedly over here there must be a curly bracket. I copy two curly bracket. Okay, so it become like this. Undeclare. Okay, so declare lah. Undeclare, you declare je kan. Total charge. Okay, make sure all the variable inside of the function definition is declared. Lagi. Total declare, member charge, member card declare. Okay, total charge declare. Okay. Okay, so supposedly the input and output is still the same. Okay, now we complete with the whole calculate discount function. So for the rest of the decision, okay, since it is the same kan, since it is the same, same value 0.3, 0.3 minus discount, it is the same. So you may replace all with the function call. Okay, replace everything with the function call. Okay, this one also the same. Okay, replace with function call. So that every time function call is presented, it will call the function calculate discount. Okay, it will call the function calculate discount. Call function calculate discount. Call function calculate discount. Understand, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at the. Okay, this one is. Tadi. Question. Okay, the next question asks you to develop the function to calculate total price, which we already moved the equation to function calculate discount kan. So currently it resides in this function, not in main kan. Originally it is in main, but since the requirement asks you to put all the decision inside of function calculate discount, so that include this equation. So you must create the next function within this, from within this, meaning that it doesn't involve main anymore. Tak ada. Alright, so what you need to do is same process, still the same process. So identify the statement to be moved. Okay, cut the statement and put the function call, which is calculate total charge lah. Okay, calculate total charge. Okay, you see we do this inside of function calculate discount. That's another function call. Okay, so main call function calculate discount, call function calculate total charge. Okay, so it is allowed. Not entirely function call. You need to put it inside of main. No. Function call also can be put inside of other user defined function. Okay, so next step is to create the function definition for function calculate total charge. Okay, paste the original equation taken here. So we assume it as a void. So next step is to determine whether to determine whether the value is needed or not. Wait. Okay, sorry. Okay, and then to check whether the value is needed or not. Okay, so you need to look at the function call over here and look at below. But this is quite tricky, class. This is quite tricky because when we say look at below statement, of course, the statement inside of function calculate discount ended immediately, right? But since it is main call other function and other function call other function, so you have to look at the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? So this function doesn't end over here. Okay, the value generated by this function doesn't end over here. Okay, because this function will be called by main, which is over here. Okay, so you have to look at this function. If it is not needed over here, the value generated, which is total charge needed, not needed over here, you have to look at the main. Okay, look at main. So is it required total charge over here? Is it required? Below the function call over here. Total charge, ada kan? Over here, okay, total charge needed to be printed over here. So, do we need to return it, class? Of course, we need to return, kan? Total charge, we need to return it over here. Okay, so total charge is float. Okay, so original value of total charge in main, originally it is float. So make it float lah. So total charge. Okay, so return float. Now it become float. Okay, so return where? Return where? Okay, dah dekat saya ni. So let me ask you. Siapa lagi tadi? So I stop until Afzal. Afzal? Belum tanya kan?
Belum.
Okay, Afzal. So return to where? Which line? Line number?
70.
Good. So return to the function call in line 70 lah. Okay, return over here. So total charge. Charge equal to calculate total charge. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now it become float kan? So next step is to determine whether it is parameter or without parameter. Okay, parameter or without parameter. Mashita Umaira.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how we want to determine whether it is parameter or without parameter? By looking at
Looking at
parameter or without parameter. Looking at statement above or below?
above. Above.
Above. Okay, so looking at above. So is it required any value from above?
Required.
What value?
Total.
Total. So we put total where?
Dekat dalam bracket tu.
Okay, correct. So total is required in the calculation of total charge. So we must transfer total from above to function calculate total charge. You see, this is different. Okay, thank you, Masita. So this is
Okay,
different
okay.
function, different function from here. So two different function, two different country. So you need to transfer this value of total to this. Okay, because it is required over here. So you must pass it through parameter. Okay, through parameter total. Okay, this one pass. This one must receive. Okay, pass, receive. So here total have been used for the first time. So you need to declare. Okay. So final step. Is it final yet? Final step is copy and paste and put a semicolon. Remove the remove the parameter name. Are we done, class? Are we done? No, not yet, kan? Because if you see from function calculate, error apa ni? Same. Same error, So this one if must be closed because this one if else. Okay, this one apa ni? Declaration. Dia yang tak declare ke total tolak discount. Ada lagi ni. This is not only total kan. So discount as well. You see, that's why there's an error over here. Expected declaration of statement at the end of input. Because discount is not declared and don't have any value. So where can we get the value of discount, class? Where can we get the value of discount? So how we should transfer discount? Because total we have already the value of total. How about discount? Total we have it. Discount no value kan? Sekejap. Okay, Nisa Juel Justin.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So where do we get the value of discount to complete the equation? Yeah.
What again?
Yeah.
What's the question again, sir?
Where can we get the value of discount to complete the equation in calculate total charge? So currently we only import the value of total. How about value of discount?
We need to put the parameter for discount.
Yes, correct. So it is not just total then. So we need to put also discount as a parameter. So float discount. Okay, same goes to the function prototype. So now we have two total and discount. Okay, what else? Expected declaration. What else? What has been missing here, class? Any idea?
Saya tak buat dekat prototype.
Prototype?
Prototype yang atas sekali, tak letak float satu lagi.
Tak ni? Float.
Oh,
What else? Anybody? In function main.
Dalam main function, sir?
Main function? Tengok. Close. Ni curly bracket problem. See, sometimes curly bracket missing one curly bracket also will affect everything.
Oh,
Okay, so
okay.
supposedly this one should have another curly bracket. This one, the curly bracket ended where? So this is where? You see, it's going everywhere. Okay, all right. It's okay, kan? Okay, so this one, this is the closing. This is the closing. Okay, this one, the closing couldn't be found. So it's supposed to be here. This one, closing. This one couldn't be found. So it's supposed to be here. Okay, so this one, main. Now it is correct, main. Looping. This is opening. This is the closing. Okay. Okay, now it is free from error. So supposedly the input and output is still the same. But actually we are missing something over here. Although the answer is correct, but there's a but. If you notice over here, what's wrong with this function, class? Is there anything wrong with this function that we need to adjust since we already put one function call over here, kan? Okay, if you notice, we put function call over here. Okay, anybody? Anybody? What did you notice incomplete in function calculate discount? Anybody?
Return total charge.
Very good. Okay, you notice, So now we have total charge in function calculate discount. And we have discount also in the same function. So these two value, discount and total charge, is needed in main. Kan? Over here, total charge is needed. And another one is apa tadi? Discount. Discount is needed where? Discount tak guna Discount is needed to Discount is not needed anymore, right? Is it? Since we already moved the total charge equation within the calculate discount. So it actually not calculate discount, right? It's supposed to be what, class? It's supposed to be return total charge. Return total charge, because if you see from main function, main function doesn't require value from discount anymore. Okay, discount is not required over here. Confused pula kan? Discount is not required over here anymore. Okay, discount is not required over here. So what it require now is the value of total charge. Okay, the value of total charge. So we need to return total charge and put it over here lah. Total charge. Okay, later on I give you this code and you may digest it. Okay, maybe you get confused. So this is the development process, then. Okay. So now this function is producing total charge, which is produced by this function. Okay, produce, then. Okay. Okay, so look at let's look at the summary, kan? The summary of this process. Okay, so first, main will call function calculate discount. Originally it is calculating discount, kan? That's why we put calculate discount, because it determine the discount based on the member card, whether the member card is yes or no. So we are passing member card and total over here. So function calculate discount, okay, function calculate discount will determine whether the user is member or not, and then it will calculate the discount. Okay, betul lah. Okay, it calculate discount, and then it will call function calculate total charge. Okay, after calculating the discount, so earlier we pass it back to main, kan? So but since we we are copying and paste the whole decision, so it also involving the calculating the total charge. Okay, but okay, from the requirement, calculating total charge should be put in its own function. So that's why we put the calculation of total charge inside of calculate total charge. So over here we are passing total and discount. Okay, because both value is required to calculate the total charge. Okay, so then we pass this to function calculate total charge. Okay, it is not ended yet. Okay, end by return charge, but it is not ended yet. We are calling function calculate total charge. Okay, before return, kan? Before return, we call first calculate total charge, and we pass total and discount to calculate the total charge. So actually the total calculate the total charge value is generated by the calculate total charge function. So from here we return the value of total charge to which function? To calculate discount function. Then from function calculate discount function, we return the same value of total charge to main function. That's the flow, class. If you draw this from the flow chart or from the algorithm, you will see clearly the movement of the parameter, or other coupling diagram, okay, to see it clearly. the movement of the parameter. Okay, class, understand? Confused? Understand, class? Any question?
Question, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
Okay, no question. Good. Okay, the latest one is the last one is the most easiest one, and just to display, and so for sure if it is involving display, it doesn't generate any value in this function, and so no generating value, meaning it is remain as a void. So this is the easiest one. However, for this you don't have to include name and customer ID. So just print using this statement. Okay, put this and paste it in your function print. Understand, guys? Paste only this statement starting from if in function print. Understand? So that one I leave it to you. For those who done the submit the wrong answer, so you need to resubmit again. Okay, resubmit where? Resubmit at previous week link mean that you need to just replace your answer. Don't submit in today submission link. Don't submit it over here. This is week 7, so submit your correction through week 6. Okay, last week link. Boleh, kelas?
Boleh.
Okay, I will give you this code. You just continue with the third function. And in addition, I need you to submit also. This is also taken from previous semester exercise, where you can download over here. Okay, this is the question. Okay, very simple exercise, but 40 marks. This is actually from final exam question. The first, you need to develop a non-module C program. Okay, one program based on this flowchart. You see the flowchart already given to you. Simple flowchart only. Okay, simple flowchart. And then after successfully run the program without error, then you need to come up with another coding. Okay, convert the coding, the non-module coding to a module program, and you need to follow this guide over here. So function display menu, void, function calculate total payment, non-void, calculate non-void, and so on. Okay, so this is submit this in this week link. Boleh, kelas? Okay.
Boleh.
Okay. So you may proceed with the exercise. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.